Alright, so let's try and see if we can finish off the side mirrors. I highly doubt we're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish it in this video, but I'm pretty sure we can actually do something. So before we actually continue the side view mirrors, let's split the view here on this side. So I'm gonna move the mouse down here. I'm gonna left click and drag up to this point. So leave this one like this, and let's open another image on this side. So click on that image, and let's open this image right here. Hold on, let me see what this one has in it. I don't think I've seen this one. Okay, it doesn't really show as much. So yeah, let's change the image. So change it to this one. Alright, so this one, we're just taking a look at what the cutout looks like on the inside here, and also on the outside here, so we can pretty much see what is going on all the way inside. So now this one that we created, let's take this very edge here, and let's press G twice, and then C. You know, first of all, let's press Shift and D, okay, to duplicate this, and I'm going to rename this. I think it should be in here. So we're going to rename this. We're going to call it side mirrors guide. Alright, so side mirrors guide, like that. And let's increase the viewport of the subdivision surface to something like 4. The render isn't that necessary, so just change it to something like that, and then press M and move it to the guide meshes collection. So the guide meshes is hidden, so it should also be hidden once you move it in there. So with that done, I'm going to work with this. So what I'm going to do first is to duplicate this again. Alright, so I'm going to leave that one there, and I'm going to press H to hide it, like that. And I want to take this one, and let's go into edit mode. Alright, so this is the line where the cutout is. Okay, this cutout you're seeing here, this is the line, because I think we did that in a blueprint. As you can see, let's go into front view. You can see that's the line that it follows right there. So what we're going to do is to delete everything else below it. So let's take this one and press H to hide it. Let me enable this for you guys real quick. Alright, so press H to hide that. Select this one, hover your mouse over this one, and press L to select everything there. And press X and delete the vertices. Alright, so press Alt and H to bring the other one. And this is what we have initially. So let's add in a shrink wrap modifier now, and let's change the target. Just type in side, and you should find side mirrors guide here. So just load that in, and it should shrink wrap it on top of it very nicely for us, like that. So you can see that there's actually some changes going on. Alright, so like that, just enable it like that. Alright, so with that done, what we're going to do now is to let me see. For now, let's just leave it like this. Okay, so what we're going to do next is to press, let's bring back this one over here. Alright, so bring that back, and let's take this, and let's go into edit mode. So what we're going to do now is to take all of this, press H to hide it, and this time, you know what, before we actually do this, let me take a look. Let's create a new collection. Alright, so press Shift and D to duplicate this, and then press M, and then click on new collection and type in back up. Alright, so just in case we make mistake with the one that we have available, we can actually go back and pick it again and use it to do that. So just minimize the backup and click on the eye here to hide it. So this is the one that we have now, the one that we duplicated. Let's go into edit mode, take this, press H to hide it, hover your mouse over this one, press L, press X and delete the vertices, and press Alt and H to bring this one back. Alright, so let's load in the shrink wrap on this one as well. So we're going to type inside and select side mirrors guide. Nice. So everything is following very nicely. Now all that we have to do is to create that cutout going on here and there. So what I'm going to do first is, let me see, I'm going to try to use the knife tool to do this. Okay, so let's press K. Let's knife this from here. It's pretty close to the edge, so I'm not sure. So if we are to consider this black area as part of the whole thing, then let's say maybe the black area is over here. Let me add in a loop cut just to signify it. So just press Ctrl and R, press E, and then align it with that side, and let's use that to signify that black area over there. So that should be around here. Alright, so that is that black area. Then the cutout is going to begin from somewhere around here. Alright, I know I'm right. Yeah, so it's going to begin somewhere around there, and it's going to go over to this side. I want to move it up to here. Alright, I want to pull this all the way to the back here. You can see now we're taking a look at the image at the top, this one right here. So with that done, we're going to click, we're going to move it over here, and we're going to click like that. I'm going to go over here, and we're going to, let me see, I think it starts going down straight forward. So I want to move this down to, I don't know, about this one. Is that one good? Pretty close, but I'm going to move it to this one instead. Yeah, let's move it to the middle. Let's move it to the middle. That is around here, and then press space to confirm the cuts like that. I don't know if this is too much, but you know, let's merge it on this one instead. So press Alt and M and merge it at the last. Take this and then that, merge it at the last like that. And let's take these three, merge it at the last like that. So that is looking pretty close to it. It's looking pretty close. Alright, so all that I'm gonna do now is to, let me see, let me select these two and press J to join them like that. And let me take these two and press G twice, and I want to move this to about here. Alright, like that. And now I think this one goes all the way down here and then comes to meet this one over here. So what I'm going to do is, let me see, I'm not so sure. I don't know what is going on down there, but if I should take these two images to try and guess what is going on down there, I think this one comes all the way down here to meet this one here. So let me see, let me just knife this from here to there and press spacebar to confirm it. So let's take this one, press X and delete the vertices. And let's take this, delete the vertices of each and every single one here. So delete all these vertices like that. So I think that is what it is, that is over there. Alright, so this side is now a 5, that is a, what do you call it? We have 5 vertices going around this one, so I think the best thing we can do is to just take these two and press J and leave it a triangle like that. Alright, that is not bad. That is not bad at all. Alright, so what next? I actually think this thing is actually more thick than that. So what I'm going to do is, let me take these three, press G twice, move it back a little bit, and then press C. And let's pull this out to about here, the same thickness as the one on the left. And let's take this, press G twice, slide this forward. Let's press G twice, C, and then let's move this out, also to this side a bit. Nice. Okay. Now let me take this, press G twice. Or let's just, let me see. Let me take all of these, okay? Press W, loop tools, and choose space. I'm not sure if that is a good idea, but I think it's better. Yeah, it's looking way better now. Nice. Okay. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is to add in a surrounding edge loop all around these ones, okay? Just so we can add in that bevel to add in that bevel to create the edge that we have over there. So what I'm going to do first is to press Ctrl and R through here. You can see it goes all the way to the other side. So I'm going to press Ctrl and R again. You can see where it goes through. So I'm going to hide this one. Let's press Ctrl and R through here like this, and let's press G twice. I want to press E and then F to align with the bottom one, and let's pull it close to it like that. So you can see it goes all the way from here to there. Now let's press Alt and H to bring that hidden vertex. Let's go over here. Let's press Ctrl and R through here. You can see it goes all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and hide it. And I'm going to take this one as well and hide it. Oh no. Let's press Alt and H. Let's hide this one. And let's hide this. So when I press Ctrl and R through here, press E and then F. Bring it as close as the other ones. Press Alt and H to bring everything else. Let's take these two, press Alt and M, and choose Add Center. Let's pull it out just a little bit on each side. And let's get over here. We're going to take these two and press J to join them. And let's take these two, press Alt and M, choose Add Center. Let's pull this up and out a little bit like that. And let's get over here, take these two, Alt and M, Add Center, pull it up and out a little bit like that. So you can see that goes all the way around it, just the way that I was talking about. Let's take this one, let's pull it out just a little bit. You can see it goes all around it, just the way I was referring to. Very nice. So with that done, what we're going to do now is to take all these, press F to fill the faces, and press I to insert the faces a little bit like that. Press I again to insert it again, and I'm going to press X to delete the faces like that. So with that done, we're going to take the innermost innermost edge, and then press Ctrl and plus just once to increase the selection. And let's go into the object data buttons. Let's add in, is it object data buttons? Yeah, object data tab, and let's add in a new vertex group. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the selected ones out of this vertex group. It's not like it's already in there, so let's just remove it out, and let's press Ctrl and I to invert the selection, and let's assign that selection to this group. So what we're going to do now is to take it, let's go to the shrink wrap now, let's load in that group like that. So you can see what I did there. You can see it's looking really good. Alright, so that was what I was trying to achieve, and it came out very clean, very nice. Let me go over here. I think, let me take a look. Yeah, so these areas didn't actually pull in enough, so I'm gonna have to do that manually. Let's pull this in. Is it the x-axis? I'm not so sure. Control and plus. So I'm supposed to remove both of those out. There we go. Alright, so you just remove both of those, and I think this is assigned. Yeah. So all you have to do now is to pull these ones in. So let's take this, let's pull it in the z-axis like that. Pull it in the z-axis. Let's take this one and pull it in the z-axis down like that. Alright, so let's try taking the outermost one, and let's remove that one as well. And I don't know, let's put one in the middle here, and let's assign it. Okay, that is not helping at all. Dissolve it. Let me see. We definitely need to do something about this. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's assign this. Let's assign it, and let's see. I mean, it's not giving any problems on these sides, but as it gets down here, as it gets over here, you can see the problem starts coming out. This tiny bulge we're seeing here, you can see it's quite small, so you can't really see it. Let me try moving this whole thing all the way up. Yeah, so let's move it all the way up, and it kind of fixes it. So let's move them all the way up. I think that would help. So pull it all the way up. Nice. Take this, pull it all the way up, and that should help. Nice. Now this one, I don't think it should go up. It should go in the x-axis like this. Again, and then in a z. Nice. So I think that is looking good. That was what I was trying to achieve. You can see it came out pretty cleanly. And now we're going to use this loop cut here to create the part that is sitting on top of the door, but I think we'll do that in a different part. For now, let's just finish the main mirror. So that is what we have so far. Let me just get in here and let me see. I think we should join these two. Yeah. So let's join them. Select this one, select that one, and press Ctrl J to join them. And let's go in here. Let's take these edges again. Ctrl plus. to increase the selection just once, go back in here and let's remove it from this group. Let's press Ctrl and I and assign the rest to it. So let's go to the object data tab, the modifiers tab, and add in that group in the shrink wrap like that. So now they're just one object. Sorry. And now it should be easy to edit this out. So let's go over here, let's press Ctrl and R, press E to align it with the left side, and let's make sure it falls right on top of that one, very nicely like that. Alright, it's looking good. Very nice. So what I'm going to do now is, let me press Ctrl and R to here. I will press E again, align it with the left, and pull it close to this one to about here. Do the same with this, press E, align it with the left, pull it close to this side to about here. Alright, nice. So what we're going to do now is to take this, press V to split it like that, and take this, press V to separate it, to split it like that. Now if we deselect everything by pressing A once or twice, press A twice continuous to deselect everything. And now move your mouse over here and press L to select this one, move it over this one, press L to select it. You can see they're separate objects now, and this is a whole different object on its own. So for now we're going to separate this to a completely different object by pressing P and choosing selection. Alright, so now it's a completely different object from this one right here. You can see what I mean. The shrink wrap is actually, let's disable the shrink wrap so you can see what I mean. It's a completely different object. So we're going to take this one now, and let's go into edit mode. Now we're going to try to solidify this. Alright, but before we do that, we have this cutout over here. I don't know if we should do this or not, but I'm actually thinking of not making it. I'm not sure, because it would actually take much time to do this, since it's a pretty complicated cutout. I'm not sure if we should do it. Let me see. Let's not do it. Alright, so let's just keep the mirror like this, or I don't know. Let's try doing it, or let's try doing it. So I want to press Ctrl and R to here, move it down here, press E to align it with the bottom, and let's move it down to about here. Alright, so with that done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this, I'm going to press G twice and move it up to here. Take this, move it up to here. Take this, move it up to here. So what we're going to do now is to, let me see, I think the one that moves up here is quite big, and as it gets back here, it shrinks and becomes smaller like that. So what we're going to do is, let me press Ctrl and R2 here again, and I want to move that down pretty close to this side like this, and let me see. Alright, I'm going to use this one to make it. So what we're going to do is, let me see, this thing ends about over here, so I'm going to take these two, and let me see, let me use the knife tool. So I'm going to knife it from here to about here, to here, and then to here, and to about here, and then to this one right here. So that is how we're going to keep it like this. Okay, you can see that is looking good. Hopefully it comes out pretty cleanly. So what we're going to do now is to, let me see, let's go to face select mode. Okay, we're going to select these faces here, the ones that are going to form that area, which are these faces right here. All of these faces, you can see that is what we have, and I don't think we should delete it. What we're going to do is, let's okay, let me see. Let me see. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's go into vertex select mode. I want to take this and that, press Alt and M, and choose at last, like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this, I think. I'm not so sure, but yeah, kind So let's take all of this and let's dissolve those edges like that, and let's take all of this and dissolve those edges as well, like that. So now we have a triangle here we need to kind of get rid of, and I don't know, let me take this and slide it here and slide it down, and then here a little bit more. So I'm just moving things around over there like that. And let me see, these sides are triangles. I don't know if we should leave them as triangles like that, but I don't think that would be a good idea. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these two and press J, alright, like that. And I'm going to slide this down to here. And I'm going to take this and then that, press Alt and M and choose at last. And finally I'm going to take this and that, Alt and M and choose at last. So you can see what I did there. Now this one has a problem, but I don't think if we keep that a triangle it will give us any problems. So let me just take this, slide this back in here. I want to take these four and press F to make it a quad instead of a triangle. I'm going to do the same thing here, press F, make it a quad instead of a triangle. Now let me just move this back to here. Nice. So what I want to do now is to take these faces again, that is, this time these faces all the way from here, hold down Control and click on a very small one over here to select all those ones. And let me just insert the faces real quick. But first off, let's see if we can copy and apply the shrink wrap. So copy and apply one of the shrink wrap modifier. Let's go into edit mode. So you can see it's now staying on the surface of the shrink wrap like that. And let's see. Let's insert the faces a little bit. So press I to insert the faces a little bit like that. And now we don't want it inserting all the way to the, you can see it's, let me put up the shrink wrap. You can see it's inserting on the side here as well. Now we don't want that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable boundary, so it just goes all the way to the end like that. So you can see what I just did. Just disable boundary like that. And this side is intersecting. So let's undo that and let's insert again. So I'm going to insert again for the second time like that. Make sure it doesn't intersect. Like that should be good. And all we're going to do is we're going to press Alt and S. I'm going to shrink this in a little bit like that. Alright, so that should look good. We just have to move this side around a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is enable the shrink wrap modifier again. Let's go into wireframe and let's go to the object data buttons and let's remove this from the vertex group like that. So you can see that it's coming out pretty cleanly. I'm going to shrink this out just a little bit more, just so it is pretty close to that one like that. So let's go over here and let's slide things around over here just to keep things a little bit more consistent. So I'm going to go to vertex select mode. I'm going to select all of the vertices here. I'm going to press G twice, slide it here, and then G twice, and then slide it back. Or maybe I could just undo that. Maybe I could just select those two. Let me just move it in the Z axis. I think that works too. Move it in the Z axis, take these two, move that one down a little bit as well. And let's re-enable is the shrink wrap enabled? I think it is. Alright, so you can see what we have now. So what I'm going to do now is to take, let me see, let me take all of these. So you can see I'm taking the edges, the panel on the edges like that, and let's use a bevel modifier on this. So let's add in a bevel modifier. So add in a bevel modifier, and let's move the bevel modifier above the subdivision surface like that. And with those edges selected, let's press N and go in here. Let's go to, I think, is it tool? No, item. Now let's go to, where is it? Yeah, so go to item and bring down the transform menu here, and under edges data, let's increase the mean bevel weight all the way to 1 like that. Alright, so let's press N and let's go back in here. We're going to change the limit method to weight, and you can see it's working, but it's not exactly that good yet. So let's increase the number of segments to 2 like that, and it's coming out quite nice, but we still need to do a little bit more, and that would be to, let me see, let's let me see, let me drop this down. Let me see how we can go with points. Just let me drop this down to 0.001, no, 0.01 or 0.1. 0.1 doesn't help. Alright, we can keep it that sharp, but I don't like the way the inside is sharp. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take all of the inside vertices like that, as you can see. I want to scale it. Let's try scaling it in the z-axis. Okay, that doesn't help, but let me see. Let me press Ctrl and R2 here, all the way through to this side, and let me take these ones from here all the way to here. I want to press G twice and then move it back, so it's pretty close to this area right here. I'm going to take the last one over here, this last one, and I'm going to slide it out just to, increase the space. Let me put up the shrink wrap so you can see what I mean. So just to make sure the space between this and this is a bit big, like that, let's re-enable the shrink wrap. Alright, so right now it is looking like it, but we still need to do a few more modification just to make it look a little bit more smooth. Now let me go into edit mode. Okay, I'm going to take all of these from here all the way to this one right here. I'm going to press G twice. Let's slide it down a little bit like that. Let's see how that looks. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let me do the same thing with this side. Take these two, and we're going to press G twice and let's slide it down to there. Let's do the same thing here. Press G twice, slide it up to there. And then what we're going to do now is to take the ones here as well, all the way to the end. I want to slide that up as well to there. Alright, so now I think it's looking a little bit more like that one. What I want to do now is to take these four here, and let's move it in the x-axis just a little bit, like that. Nice. These out of the, let me see, let me try removing them. Alright, they are out. And let me see these ones. If I remove them, okay, it causes some problems. So I'm going to keep it there. Alright, so it's looking pretty close to it. It's looking quite like what we have in the reference image. It's not that bad, we can keep it, but let me see what happens if I add one in the middle here. And let's remove it. Okay, doesn't help. Let's dissolve that edge. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Let's take all of these edges on the sides here. Let's try this real quick. Let me go back in here and let's put up the shrink wrap modifier. I'm going to press Ctrl B to bevel this, alright? So let's bevel this like this. Bevel it just a little bit like that. And let's just bring this up and let's increase the profile to a full 1, like that. So what that profile does is, let me just zoom into the side for you guys real quick. I'm going to press Ctrl B again. Now watch this. So what the profile actually does is this. When you reduce the profile, you can see it kind of, okay, well, it's not visible in this one, so let's keep it that way. I will explain it to you in case we use it in another method where in another situation where it will be actually visible. Okay, so with that done, what we're going to do now is to take this one, the outer ones here, and we're going to remove their weight, their bevel weight, drop it down to 0 like that. And now we're going to turn on the shrink wrap again, and what we're going to do is let's go into edit mode. How did this one come out here? Let's move it back in there. I don't know how it came out there, but let's just move it back in there like that. So yeah, what we're going to do now, what I was saying is, let's take these ones, alright, the outer ones now, the inner ones, the ones that have the weight on them, and let's try removing them and let's see what happens. So that is not good news, is it? Nope, not good news. Let's assign them again. Well, I think we can still, we could just keep it like this. It's not that bad. You know, let's put up the bevel and let's see what we have. So put up the bevel, and that is it with the bevel off. Still looks great. Now let me see. Let me go into wireframe. Let's remove this and see what happens. So remove. Not too good. Let's assign it again. So we're gonna keep it like this. I think it looks good. Looks good. So we're just gonna keep it like this. It's not that bad. Well, it's not bad at all. Let me take this 3 here and I'm gonna move it in the z-axis like that. As we take a look, you can see it kind of raises a little bit here, but we don't have anything sitting in the middle that we can use for that, so I'm just gonna keep it here like that. So what I'm gonna do now is to take these 3 as well, pull it up to kind of match the curvature much better, like that. Pull it up just a little bit more. Nice. Alright, so let me see, let's take all of these. Let me see, if I press SN and X and type in, let's change the the pivot point to active elements, and let's type in SN X and type in 0. Or let's pull these ones in a little bit and let's see what happens. So we're gonna pull it in a tiny bit. Take this one as well, pull it in a tiny bit. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it that way. It's not bad. I want to keep it that way. This took too much time than expected, but I want to end it on this video just so we don't go beyond time. So I think we recorded 32 minutes. We are going to end it here and we will continue the rest in the next video. But I actually think this is the most tedious so far that we've done in the whole series, but it wouldn't end up being the most tedious once we work on the tires, because the tires are actually going to be the most tedious in this series. So yeah, I think this one will actually be in 4 parts if we are not able to finish it in the next video. We'll finish it in the 4th one. So this is where I'll actually end the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.